Irishman and American
Yeah.
in Venice.
Yeah.
There's a joke there, isn't there?
Yeah, probably. Who's the punchline?
I know.
Probably me, I think.
Think about that.
Certainly not you. You're the bizarre. But here we are in Venice, and you know, with, as you say, this background of this magnificent, on its side, Pala Lattare by Veronese.
Right.
And we were
Which will go behind the altar, yes?
It is going back up on the altar, the main altar, very soon, as soon as the restorations are done. But we were talking earlier, and you were talking so eloquently about Venice, I think, and the fragility and the importance and the questions that kept coming up were, but why Venice, why Venice?
Mm.
And it's sort of so obvious to most of the people in say Venice, why Venice? But it is a question that we should always be asking ourselves, I suppose. And
But I think it's obvious to people who know Venice, and people who've been to Venice, and maybe people who've seen photographs or paintings of Venice, but it's not obvious for everybody. So I would say, come here and explore and see what Venice has to offer. And then maybe you'll want to work with someone like Save Venice.
Yeah, I want to add something, because that's not enough anymore. I think what makes things different and more attractive is knowledge. And I think now, more than any other time in life, people has to be knowledgeable about what they encounter before they arrive. Because without that, it's like contemporary art, you have to know what's behind. Because Italy is a museum open art, open sky. You walk and you feel you know everything and you don't know nothing.
Right.
Everything is behind, because there's much more behind than it's what you see. And Italy and Venice, in principle, is lifestyle, which everything around, you're talking about churches. These are not typical churches. You said there are 133 churches, but churches are more places where you keep art before being a religious cult environment. And that makes every church different from the other. We have this in the altar. Yes, it's a saint, but actually there is a story behind it. It's a beautiful work of art. They're not only the cross, there are many things behind, and that you can really perceive only knowing about it. So Venice need a knowledge before getting in. And then you might think that you don't like it, but if you know, then either you fall in love, in a way that.
And where would people get this knowledge?
Well,
I mean, the man in the
books,
street. Books, lectures.
Internet, letters, and say Venice.
lectures, yes, we do lectures all the
Say
time.
Venice. We do not only lecture, we have an amazing open website where you can get all information you want. We can get you videos, so we can get you talk with our critics and what are the directors. So we have many ways to give you the go-ahead before you arrive. And then since time is very limited, when you arrive, you already have a good passport.
So how do people, what is it, savevenice.inc?
No, it's savevenice.org.
.org.
Yeah.
So if you can, everyone can find that on their computer and discover,
Absolutely, yeah,
and then have the chance of educating themselves or being in touch with the
On top of
organization.
that, what we offer, and I started to do this through my hotels, but that can be done, through St. Venice. You have a guided tour through the eye of St. Venice, which is not only about the restoration we've done, but how we pick up restoration. So what the link before that, and I think this is very interesting, especially for people who have been here before, they've seen it all, but they want to see it under different eyes.
And I think you saw today, as you got to go up on the scaffolding, you saw something that most people can't see. And what you're saying is very true. Even as a Venetian, you who don't take the city for granted, you don't get to climb up and look at a work of
well,
art like
Venetian,
that.
they feel they know it all, but then they're going out. Like in
There's a lot more
Rome,
to know.
Cappella Sistina, same thing, We
You
are
always
so
see more.
used to have those things there that you don't even know that now that most of the ceiling of the church are lighted, which they weren't before because of the candles and blah, blah, blah. And so when you walk in, remember when we walked in before? It's
Takes a breath
breathtaking.
away.
It's beautiful because finally you put your eyes in a different direction. And that's what you have to enlarge your visual art. Usually we look like this, and then we have to really work at panoramic somehow.
And if I come and stay at your hotel, well, I am staying at your hotel, I can get
all of this information.
guide and tours and
Absolutely,
whatever.
yeah.